This is your Ride4Rufiji Moment number 30. Here I am with the official Ride4Rufiji pace car. Pace vehicle made by GM, so everybody in Oshawa will be happy. But as Jim Sr. tells me, some things on the car are not working, so maybe GM should look into that, or he'll go back to Toyota. But there it is, Ride4Rufiji. What does it say here? It says Ride4Rufiji, Tanzania, Graydon Baker, coast to coast, and a beautiful Canadian flag. The wind looks like it's kind of going in our favor, so that's fantastic. And we've got here Archie, who is the son-in-law of old Jim, right here, Jim Clemens Sr. So they're in the pace car. They're going to be driving behind me. So I'm going to hook this up to my bike, and we are going to begin from Marmora to Madoc, all the way to the south of Ottawa, Winchester, Ontario, headed up to Greeley to hang out with Jerry and Laura Organ. We used to play football in the CFL. They're our next stop. I'm going to get going. The pace car. Bon voyage. Bon voyage. Happy trip. Alright, here we go. Now if you're following along, you'll know that I did not post Ride4Rufiji number 29. I did not post it yesterday. I did not have the correct mechanism, unfortunately. Apple has a proprietary, I can't say anything today, bon voyage, proprietary. These are words that are too complicated in the morning. This is the morning. I usually wait a couple hours until I'm awake before I do my Ride4Rufiji moment. But never mind. Apple has proprietary mechanisms, and I did not have a proprietary mechanism with me, so I was not able to load up my video. So you're getting this update along with the much anticipated and day late Ride4Rufiji moment number 29. But some neat things happened yesterday that I want to share with you. Let me move that flap out of your way because we are biking now. I was sharing with the members of Madoc Baptist Church at Jim Clemens Sr. at his, I think his camp, he calls it Rockwood, I believe. So they all came out from the church, speaking with them last night. After the talk, a young man came up to me. I forget how old he is, but can't be, I believe he's over 10. But I'm not sure how much over 10. Anyway, his name is Ben. Ben came up to me, and he pulled out his Spider-Man wallet. He has a Spider-Man wallet. He pulled it out, and he said that he had a bunch of support that he wanted to give me. And he proceeded to give me about $10. He said there was over $10 worth of it in change. It was all the money he had in his wallet, and he wanted to support Ride4Rufiji. I've lost count now how many times kids have come up to me and opened up their wallets and given me what's inside of it. And he also gave me his favorite rock. He has a favorite rock. It was a nice little shiny rock, and he gave that to me as well. He told me that I should hold on to it, and so I will. And he told me, and his mom told me as well, that he wants to be a missionary when he grows up. And that really touched my heart. I think that is one of the main purposes behind this ride, is to encourage people like little Ben with his Spider-Man wallet, to do just that. When I was Ben's age, I also wanted to be a missionary. I remember hearing presentations from other missionaries, and it excited me as a young child. And every night, my father and mother taught their children to pray before we went to bed. So every night I would pray. There were certain things that I always prayed for every night: my family, my grandparents, and then I would pray that God would give me the opportunity to be a missionary when I grew up. Well, I'm not going to say be careful what you pray for, because I'm delighted that God has answered that prayer and that I am a missionary, as is my wife, and He's given us the great privilege to go to Africa, Tanzania, to reach out to the Rufiji people. And so God answers prayers, and I hope that's an encouragement to you, because I was so encouraged last night as I was sharing with Madoc Baptist Church at the camp, the Clemens camp, and young Ben came up to me, gave me all the money in his wallet and said he wants to be a missionary. Well, that's why we're doing this. That's why we're riding across Canada. And my camera went out for a second, but it's back on, because I did want to show you the pace car behind me. I showed it to you at the start of the video, but see it back there? That vehicle with the Canadian flag waving, proudly waving in the breeze behind me. That is the pace car, driven by Jim Clemens Sr. and lead passenger, Archie, the son-in-law. Very quickly, from the Word of God, most importantly, in Matthew 10, Jesus says, don't be surprised if they hate you on my account. Or later in the Gospels it says, don't be surprised if they hate you. They hated me first. That's Jesus speaking. And that's the reaction that we get as missionaries. Sometimes it's so encouraging, it's so uplifting, as the story that I just shared with you from last night, when little Ben came up to me with his wallet saying that he wanted to be a missionary. Those are uplifting days. But we also have challenging days as missionaries, when people hate us, hate the work we do, and spit what we've just given them back in our face. But that too is necessary. It's good work. It's good work we do as missionaries. When people come up to us and receive the message with joy, and even want to be missionaries, want to multiply the work that you're doing, that your work is multiplied through others. That's a good day. It's also a good day when people come up to you, they hate you, and they spit in your face. The work has also been accomplished that day as well. You see, and we went over this in a Ride4Rufiji Moment, one of the earlier moments, that there are only two reactions when faced with Jesus Christ. Some receive it with joy, like the wise men, the Magi, who visited the baby Jesus. And some, a great hatred wells up inside of them, manifesting itself in death. The death of all the little children in Bethlehem. That was Herod. But both reactions are necessary. Both reactions should be expected. And regardless of which reaction you receive, both are a job well done on your part. And neither you can take credit for. When they hate you, know that it's not you they hate, but it's Jesus they hate. It's sad, but it's true, and it gives you the ability to move on, knowing that you can put that hatred on Jesus' shoulders. His shoulders are big enough to shoulder all the hatred of the world. But when they receive it with joy, when they receive the message with joy, like Ben did last night, said he wanted to be a missionary, you also can't fully accept that, because the glory and the honor that comes from that is due to Jesus. Just like you would give him the hatred that you received, because it's not you they're hating, but it's actually Jesus. When they bring their great love to you, and their acceptance and their excitement, you also fully can't receive that. You have to give that to Jesus as well, and give him the honor and the glory. And so you should be encouraged, follower of Christ, fellow missionary, witness, that regardless of what reception you get, joy or hatred, both are necessary, both are expected, and both are a job well done. And neither are yours to accept and fully receive. You can be encouraged by it, you can be uplifted by it, but you give both to Jesus Christ, the hatred and the joy. This has been your Ride for Fiji moment number 30.